You know, it's almost like your birthday with a package from China, so let's go. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's awesome that you're tuning in, because in this video we are going to take a close look at some weird looking Famicom clones. So here at the channel I've reviewed so many of these Famicom things, but these particular ones are like quite interesting because they can play more than Famicom for once. Yep, we have left the station of the Famicom only systems, and this time we're going to have like some quite interesting ones. And after all those years doing reviews, you're still like finding new versions. This is using a 5V with a micro USB for the charging or the adapter. An HDMI. So we do also have like an AV out, so that's pretty cool. So you do have like this dual option. So I must say, like, the first impression is that this thing looks quite interesting and quite weird at the same time. Okay, so the controller is just a 4-button, so I'm more like, alright, help me out with this one, because how will this work with Mega Drive? Oh wait, it don't. It doesn't. Like, it makes no sense whatsoever. So yeah. You know, like, they're trying, but so far I know there is no way of adding a new controller, because even they have like an original controller ports, you have a problem that let's say a different controller with the same connection will not work on this device. So this is what we're going to get, of course. Hey, they gave me like an adapter this time, cool. And then we do have like the user manual. Yep, so it's going to be the toilet paper deluxe. Oh, here we do have like this thing called the HD retro game, and the type is the EMX the 033. Alright, so this is like a really pointless manual. There's nothing much in it, and it's even filthy. Ugh. But when you're looking at the device itself, it has a very interesting, let's say, form factor. Yeah, it looks like a NES Mini Classic, but it isn't. We're going to get two controller ports. I think they're like upside down over here, port 1 and port number 2. Then we do have like the reset button over here, and here we're going to get the on and off switch. And at the back we're going to get this weird looking, let's say, white, I think it's a sticker that they basically put over the connections. But we're going to get a micro USB, AV out, an HDMI out, and we do have like a TF card, I love to say it, but there's a micro SD card. And this thing is, yeah, seriously, like 512 megabyte. So I take a close look at the menu. I must say, like, let's first boot it up. It's going to be quite interesting. We're going to get ourselves the same boot up like the X series handheld. Think about the X6, the X16. And yeah, another weird thing is, like, you can see like it switches from the NES, and out of nothing it switches to a second menu over here. But what are we going to get? So we do have like NES, Super Famicom. And again, Super Famicom, it's pointless because we're only having like 4 buttons on the controller. System settings, Mega Drive, Game Boy Advance. We're just going to test it out, and oh yeah, this is absolutely the same kind of quality and software. Oh boy, I can tell you that is not a good thing, simply because, oh man, what the hell, effect settings, language, adjust screen offset. Okay, so that's basically what we're going to get. Let's see if we can change this out. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, it seems to be I cannot set the other one. That's whatever. So let's try NES. Let's see what we're going to get. Are we going to get a typical like menu? Alright, so that's it. That's the main menu. There is no aspect ratio whatsoever. So let's try some games and let's see how good or bad the emulation is. Before we're going to boot up a game, you do have the option to load the progress, and we have settings over here. Here we do have the option to have a different screen size. But let's put it on scale, just, oh no wait, it is original size. That's the thing that we need to choose. So let's see what happens when we're going to restart the game. Yeah, alright, so I'm hoping select and start bring me back to the option, settings, scale. Let's see what happens when we're doing to do that. And return to game. Ah, there we have it. We do have aspect ratio with this. So, but when it comes to the gameplay of the NES, it seems to be working just fine. I don't see any weird screen tearing whatsoever, or I'm just missing it. Alright, so let's press select and start, then we make a save progress. We can argue it over here. And that's it. There's no, a little bit there is no like a really like cool preview picture or something like that. So that's basically how it works, and we can basically like load it up and it automatically goes back to into game. And the punching. I did have some slowdowns, but it's pretty damn cool. We have like aspect ratio on every single game and system. I messed up, absolutely. Alright, so let's try some Sega Genesis. It seems to be that it runs pretty damn good. Don't hear any weird things going on with audio. So it's really surprising that it actually works. Maybe the same for Genesis. We can play a couple of games because we don't need all the freaking buttons, but it's pretty damn cool that we can even play this, but beside that, you cannot play every single game. Alright, so let's take a close look at some GBA. So far I am surprised. Seems to be working just fine. I personally really love the controller. Like, the D-pad is absolutely amazing. But for GBA we do have, let's say, enough buttons. If they map them correctly, that's a different story, but alright, so it is cool that you can even add some Game Boy Color to this. Retro Game Edition, what a kind of weird thing it was. But let's take a close look at the Retro Game Edition. So this is kind of interesting. Already mentioned, like, it has like a lot of cool features, and it even comes with a very cool box, which you can see over here. But what are we actually going to get? Let's find out. I think the most interesting thing is like the controllers. I just wanted to see it for myself. Okay, this is like a unique design. Yeah, did I ever seen it like this? No. We do get like two slider joysticks, but it's kind of even weirder. Like this one is slider and slider joystick. Think about the PlayStation Portable. This one is having like a different height. It's an interesting option. I wish that I went for like just normal, let's say, Nintendo Switch joystick lookalikes. There's 4 separate buttons that need to be D-pad. Feel quite nice, to be honest. If you look at, if you're going to do it like this, but very short travel, ABHY, like very tiny. Okay, when it comes to the center, there we're going to get some interesting things. So we do have like the home, select, start, and plus minus. I'm guessing can even adjust the volume or something like that. So the controllers are interesting. We do have like some shoulder buttons, and they feel quite nice. Clickish, but nice. So the overall controller, yeah, I must say, like, the quality is cheap, and of course, let's smell it. They don't smell chemical at all. They come with, that is even like weirder, they just like the Mega Drive connection. Oh, by the way, you cannot use a Mega Drive controller. I've tried it so many times with these devices. You think it is, you think it can work, but it isn't. So this is just a family computer system, completely black edition. When you're looking at normal, the normal was gray or something like gray with black, but it's just a completely black edition. At the back, we're going to get an HDMI, the all famous built-in SD card. Another interesting thing, like you can see, like it has some built-in NES game feature, but when you're making some folders on your SD card, you will have the option to add more games. Alright, so let's go to the settings again. Okay, there we go. When opening the file, we do have the option to make a quick load, quick save. We do have the settings, keyboard mapping, screen size. And we need to have the original size, if I'm saying it correctly. We don't have like the original aspect ratio, so that's pretty damn cool to have this. Starting the game, pressing restart, yeah. But, okay, crap, I messed it up. Press the home button, will bring me back over here. Let's do the screen size again, and let's do on scale. Alright, so let's go return the game, and there we have. Alright, nice. Let's try some games, let's see how it works. What I find quite interesting that the volume button actually works. It's a weird feature on the controller, but I personally really like it. Okay, so let's play a game. Don't see any weird screen tearing whatsoever, so the emulation of the NES part is pretty damn good. Cap. Sounds a little bit slow. You can see the aspect ratio works basically for every single system. It automatically like changes everything to scale. To be honest, I find it not like the perfect aspect ratio, or it can be me, but a little bit too like squeezed together. It did struggle here and there. Okay, shoulder buttons haven't been mapped correctly. Find it a little bit choppy image, but maybe that is me. So which one is my favorite one? I'm just going to be honest, both of them. I don't really like them in general because there are so many options out there when it comes to these, like say, mini NES things. They're like outdated. And when it comes to, let's say, other game boxes, you don't pay a lot more and you're going to get so much more value. Also, those things will have some problems here and there or some limitations, but this is way better than this. Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing, hit the little bell, and it would be great to see you in the next video.